Hey NASA, if you're not lying about this, then let me just take the Artemis 2 capsule and put it in this right here. Yeah, that's cooler than what you just went through. That's colder. So if you could do this, then you easily can get dunked into this for about 5-10 minutes. Let's put it to the test. Let's put the Artemis 2 metal heat shield to the test. Let's put it in there for 5-10 minutes. Yeah. Why not? Let's see what happens.
Just want to let you guys know that the people who control this world, they collectively sit down and laugh at how stupid most people are. Now, this unofficial rocket travels 3,200 feet per second. And then we have this NASA rocket that travels apparently 56,000 feet per second. What looks like it's going faster, guys? Like, tell me that. Literally nothing that we observe and see with our own eyes lines up with what NASA tells us, with what the Satanists tell us. None of it. Space is not real. All of our ancestors knew this. They knew that if you go up high enough, you'll hit the firmament. That's why any unofficial launch to space that wasn't by NASA went straight up and hit the firmament. You can't go past the firmament. You can't go to space. There is no space. And the deception is just so blatantly obvious.
Oh, hell. So did Elon Musk actually hit the firmament? Y'all check this out. So there they go. There they go. And the guy in this video was talking about how when man-made things explode or anything like that, it's black smoke, right? Check this out. Let's course correcting and... Uh-oh. Have you ever seen anything explode that does that? What did it hit up there, y'all? I don't know. Leave in the comments. What do you think? What did it hit?
NASA shuts off instrument on Voyager 1 to keep spacecraft operating. That thing is 15 billion miles away. Or at least that's what they say. They're just gonna press a button that's just gonna throw it into low power mode real quick. They said this thing was launched in 1977. It's 50 years old. And now because they need a believable excuse for how something 50 years old is still just chugging along. Like, oh, we're just gonna put it in low power mode so it can keep going and keep feeding you guys information. And pictures that aren't real so we can see just how many of you we can fool. Their plan is to conserve energy by shutting off heaters and instruments while making sure the spacecraft doesn't get too cold that their fuel lines will freeze. In a place where it's negative 455 degrees. And this is an official photo from NASA of Voyager 1. How the hell do you get a close-up picture of something 15 billion miles away? And not just once, several pictures in different locations. They can zoom into this thing 15 billion miles away, but for some reason they're not able to zoom into the supposed flag that's on the moon. If you can get this picture, there is zero reason why you wouldn't be able to get a picture of the flag. And all the sheep are like, oh, well, that's not how telescopes work. Like, the moon is really big and the flag is small, so it's impossible to zoom in that close to it and find it. Okay, so then explain this.
Let's go, guys. They're going to restock the ISS. Here you go. Check this out right up here. So they're going to send a restock craft to the ISS to fill it full of all the goodies and snacks and Nutella that they absolutely love. So NASA, just do us all a favor and just prove once and for all by strapping a camera to it. Let us see live, non-doctored footage. Just put a camera on it. Let's see it go towards the ISS. Let's see the Earth spinning. Let's see all of that stuff. No CGI, no green screen, no editing. Put a live camera on that craft. You do that and we all just sit back and go, it's actually all real.
If this does not solidify the fact that we have never been to the moon, I don't know what else does. Because it's been 60 years. Right. We have cars that drive themselves. We almost have, or we do have quantum computing. But we landed on the moon, played 9 rounds of putt-putt, stuck a flag, grabbed some moon rocks, took a couple flicks, and then launched back off that back when there wasn't even a cell phone. And now we have fully autonomous cars, AI that knows everything. We have robots. We have robots. We have everything. We have essentially everything your mind can imagine. And it's been 60-something years, and we are not landing on it. Ask yourself why.
I'm telling you right now, we've never been on the moon.
We've never been on the moon. And for anyone that thinks we have, God bless you. I call it naive. You can call it what you want.
It's crazy how people need no proof to believe a lie, but they need countless proof to accept the truth. And that's exactly how the system likes it. They build the lie big, shiny, comfortable, a story you can swallow without chewing. But the truth? Oh, the truth comes with sharp edges. It cuts through the script they spent centuries writing. People don't reject truth because it's wrong. They reject it because it threatens the world they feel safe in. And the ones in charge know this. That's why every real truth gets buried under noise. Fact checks, experts, panels, distractions, all of it designed to make you question yourself before you ever question them. They don't hide truth behind locked doors. They hide it behind your own doubt. But here's the thing they fear the most. Once you see the pattern, you stop asking for permission to believe what you already feel in your bones. You stop needing their proof. You start trusting your own mind. Because a lie only survives when people defend it blindly.
If a rocket like Artemis 2 really shoots into space, why does it bend away, slide across the sky, and then just fade out of sight instead of going straight up? And here's the part most people never stop to ask. Where does the giant launch vehicle actually go after that moment? Because if you think you already know the answer, wait. The next few seconds might flip that feeling. You came for a simple question, but by the end of this, you might not look at launches the same way again. Watch any rocket launch from the ground. At first, it looks perfect. Loud engines. Fire blasting down. The rocket climbs straight up like you'd expect. Then something changes. It starts to tilt, slowly at first, then more and more. Instead of going straight up into the sky, it curves sideways, almost like it's trying to go somewhere else entirely. And then it disappears, not straight above you, not into deep black space, just gone off to the side. Now pause right there. If the goal is space above, why not just go straight up? Why the curve? Why vanish before we can actually see where it ends up? And here's where it gets interesting. Most people never question this. They just accept it because, well, it looks technical, complex, official. But what if the simple question is the most important one? Think about it. You've probably seen dozens of launches online, maybe even live streams. And every time the same pattern repeats, straight up, then curve, and gone. But do we ever get a clear, continuous view from the ground all the way to space? No cuts, no switching angles, no losing sight. Why not? If this is one of the biggest achievements humans can do, shouldn't it be the most clearly shown thing ever? Now here's where the doubt creeps in. Is the curve just a normal path, or is it something we've been told not to question? Because once the rocket tilts and disappears, you're no longer watching it. You're trusting what comes next. And trust, without seeing, that's where questions are born. Because understanding a concept and actually seeing proof are two very different things. But here's the real question you should carry with you. Are you watching, or are you just accepting? Because those are not the same thing. If this made you pause, even for a second, then you're thinking the right way. Stay curious. Keep asking simple questions about big things. And if you want more videos that break things down like this without the noise, stick around and watch the next one.
Howdy. Got another question for you guys. So, as you guys know from past videos, I don't believe in space. Now, for everybody that's backing NASA and saying they really went to the moon, right? Let's switch this over to the sun, okay? So the sun is supposedly 93 million miles away. It's supposed to be way bigger than Earth, all this stuff, right? But it's a ball of fire, gas and fire, right? So if there's no atmosphere and there's no oxygen in space, wait a minute, there's no oxygen in space. So how does the fire stay firing? How is it still on fire? Right? If we're in space, in a vacuum, and there's no oxygen, how is there still fire? And this is one of those, oh, you don't understand it, so it must not be real. No, it's common sense. If I take a fire and I cover it with a bowl or something and cut the oxygen off, it turns off. So why doesn't our sun turn off? right? So there's a bunch of arguing points that I have to disprove whatever you guys have. So please fill me in the comments and let me know. We'll see who wins this debate.
Think about it. Pilots fly for thousands of miles and never once dip the plane's nose down. If the Earth were a spinning ball, they'd have to constantly correct for curvature. It's an open secret among aviators. They'll tell you off the record they fly over a non-rotating plane. Their training ignores the Coriolis effect. And the flight paths? Why would a flight from LA to Taipei divert to Alaska for an emergency? On a globe, it's a ridiculous detour. On a flat Earth map, it's a nearly straight line. They are navigating with the truth while they feed us the lie.
G'day guys, Bradley Suter here, reporting live and direct from my bedroom. Now it's come to my attention that some of you guys think that you're a master physicists and you believe in the globe theory and all that stuff. I just wanted to tell you you are 100% wrong, that the Earth is not a globe. And this machine right here, this machine is what proves my point. So, a railgun can hit its target at 105 nautical miles away. Japan's tested it and it works. Now, that in itself is proof to say that the Earth is not a globe and that it is flat, right? I just want to prove a point here. At any point when you stand on the Earth, you are standing at the highest point possible to anyone else. Like if you stand here, if you were to shoot a railgun straight, it would not go 100 miles into its target. It would go 110 miles into space. So all of you people that believe you're physicists and all that stuff and you all know everything, the Earth is flat. It is not a, it doesn't look like, and in years and up years. Have a good day.
I got a lot of people in my comment section on my Flat Earth video saying the Bible doesn't describe it like that. Revelation 7:1 and Isaiah 11:12 talk about the four corners of the earth. Job 38:13 talks about taking hold of the ends of the earth and shaking the wicked off of it. Daniel 4:10-11 talks about a tree in the middle of the earth that is visible to all the earth. 1 Samuel 2:8 and Psalm 75:3 talk about pillars he set up firmly and set the world on. 1 Chronicles 16:13 says the world is firmly established and shall not be moved. Psalm 104:5 says the foundations of the earth shall not be moved forever. In Joshua 10:12-13, Joshua asked the sun and moon to stand still, so the sun stood still and the moon stopped. So if we're on a globe and really spinning, why didn't Joshua ask the earth to stand still? Instead he asked the sun and moon, which means they're moving and we are not. And these are just a few of the verses that describe it. There are plenty more. I love you. God bless you.
Respectfully, how did you even miss this? In Genesis 1:6, it was God's second day making earth, alright? And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament which divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. Space is not real, guys.
Is the Earth a globe that is spinning on its axis while the moon orbits around it, both of which are orbiting around the sun, and all of which are traveling through space at almost 500,000 miles per hour? Or is the Earth a stationary, flat level plane that is covered with a dome firmament? We're going to talk about flat Earth today, and I'm actually going to go about this video a little differently because I know how sensitive of a topic this is. So we're going to first look at what we were all taught, what NASA says about the Earth, about the sun and the moon, about the orbits, about the speed, the lighting of the sun and the moon, and everything, the basics of what we were taught. And then we're going to look at what the Bible says, and we're going to compare and contrast. I am going to provide my opinion based upon what the Bible says, but at the end of this video, I want you to draw your own conclusions. This is a topic that you have to seek out on your own. You have to study it, you have to research it, and you have to want to know the truth. Nobody can tell you flat out, this is how it is. You have to seek that information on your own. I also want to remind everybody of something before I jump into this. We have been lied to, y'all. That is a fact. One example is our history. We were never taught our true history. We were never taught about the giants. We were never taught about the Nephilim. We were never taught that the half human, half animal gods actually ruled and physically walked this earth. We were taught that they were just mythology. We were taught they were just folklore. Why? Because our true history proves the Bible. This is Satan's world. We live in Satan's domain. What does that mean? He has infiltrated our world.
Yeah. It's dedicated to the truth seekers. The ones living below the firmament knowing the deal. It's all good, baby, baby. Check. Yeah. It was all a dream, I used to read NASA tales. Apollo and Artemis, Hollywood veils. Posters on my wall every Saturday night. Watching them stage the moon landing in plain sight. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking herb in the basement watching CGI flop. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack, singing through the fraud like a laundry rack. Biggie!
Biggie, 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 can't you see? This Artemis mission trickery. They're casting a spell from a hollow throne. All the masses just follow the tone.
Yeah, NASA's a cartel, Artemis is the hype. Selling CGI dreams at $1 trillion price. No boots on the soil, just fighters in the room. Another Hollywood reboot, a high budget tune.
They're guarding the dome while they pickpocket the core. NASA's just a beater and we're kicking down the door.
Nixon had a landline straight to the moon, but Artemis buffering, man, it's all a cartoon. The cool mocking openly, farcical and free. Sex, magic, and parson, seeking out the glee. Luciferian doctrine, spells casting a hex. Mach 39 entry, check the numbers next. 6 million on the path, witch doctor math. I see through the vents in the inflatable path.
Check the wires, wake up.
Check the flicker,
wake up.
The screen is a cage and the tension is thicker. They're tethered to the rafters, puppets on a string. Zero G theater of a Hollywood wing.
The horizon is flat, the water is level. It's a vault, it's a dome, and we're fighting the devil. Wake up, wake up, hey, wake up.
NASA's a cartel, Artemis is the heist. Selling CGI dreams at $1 trillion price. No boots on the soil, just fires in the room.
The flat Earth map dates back over 1,000 years. This map is credited to being created by a Persian astronomer. His name was Al-Biruni and he lived between 973 AD to 1048 AD. It's the official map of the United Nations and also the United States Geological Survey. It used to be present in many places before the creation of NASA and the Antarctic Treaty in 1959. Here you see it with Admiral Byrd. This map has been restored by Dmitry from Russia with suggestions of mine, Idialenkar. Known by my YouTube channel Flat Earth Banjo, I asked Dmitry to include the Bermuda Triangle and Point Nemo, a place deep in the Pacific where NASA buries rockets. Then Robert Tozzi, a professional mapmaker, came along and enhanced the map even more. There are many people now selling this map online, but if you could order it from my online store, I would greatly appreciate it. Visit my online store now and order one of the items. I humbly thank you.